Well, hello folks, welcome back to this Euro Truck Simulator 2 career mode series. I'm the Custard Prophet. I hope you are enjoying this so far. It's been amazing to see the level of comments on previous episodes. I'm actually recording this before the episode 7 has gone out, so apologies if I'm not replying to any questions there, but I will do so in future episodes. But there were a couple of things I didn't mention that I wanted to mention in the previous episode that I'm going to do today. But we've got, I think, a fun little drive lined up for us. It's another achievement. We'll get into that in a second. And before that, I wanted to take just a couple of minutes to just mention the channel membership because I need to thank a few people who have become channel members. So if you aren't familiar with what this channel membership is all about, I've mentioned it in a couple of other videos, but I never quite know who's watching which series, so I'm going to mention it in each of the the various series that I'm running, so apologies if this is repetitive. But now the channel is over 1,000 subscribers, I have the opportunity to set up channel membership. There's 3 tiers to the membership, and you can look at those tiers by clicking on the join button down below, and it should tell you, I think it tells you in there what each of those tiers costs, and then what you get. Essentially, you don't get an awful lot. You get no extra content, but it's just about supporting the channel if you want to. There's no pressure to do that, and you're not going to get anything extra really by doing that. But if you are feeling like you can afford it, and only if you can afford it, then the button is down there for you to press. But I wanted to thank 4 new channel members who have joined up pretty much as the thing started. We've got 2 Silver Custard members who are Chris Rasmussen, who I know watches this series, and Joe, who also watches this series, and the Bronze Custard level. Thank you very much to Simon Thornley and Acacio Martin. So thank you to all of those for signing up to channel membership. Right, let's get trucking. Let's have a look at the route that I have, the job that I have planned for today. Right, so I've just checked it. I can't really do the job I wanted to do today because this is the one I wanted, up to Västerås, up in sort of somewhat northern Sweden, in the context of the game, not in the context of the country. But it is a heavy load, and I don't think our truck is capable of dealing with those sort of heavy loads just yet. We need to improve it a little bit more. So what we are going to do, because we have to do it out of the Volvo dealership, is we are going to complete change of plan, because I've just noticed pretty much all of them are super heavy, apart from this one, which actually goes over on the ferry and goes to Aalborg. So we're going to hop over on the ferry. It's a very short one, but we are going to get the achievement. So the achievement is the Volvo Truck Lovers achievement, and essentially we just need to take an order from the Volvo factory in Sweden, just outside of Goteborg, and then deliver it somewhere, and that will give us our achievement. So we're going to do that, and then we'll probably go somewhere else afterwards. Here we are. I'm excited about this one. How do we get out of this? I think it has to be this way. Or I think I might have made a rather large mistake here. Yeah, we have. We'll do a little bit of turning round. No one saw it. No one saw it. I didn't go completely the wrong way. I was wondering why there was that little thing saying, "Oh, you want to turn left here," and I just wasn't looking in the right direction. That guy's going to have a right laugh, isn't he? Yeah, Mr. Security. Right. So I'm going to just drive over to northern Gothenburg or Goteborg. I'm not quite sure. I think Gothenburg is probably the English version of it, and Goteborg is the Swedish, but I'm not sure which is most appropriate to say, so I'll say them both. So I'll be offending someone and not offending someone all the time. Oh, look at that massive tall tower over there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll go forward. In fact, we'll just enjoy this cityscape for a little bit. Actually, coming into Gothenburg was quite spectacular. I don't know if any of you guys have driven that yet, but it really is a gorgeous entry into the city. The way it's, I think it's here, and I'll see if I can just go into the photo mode and you can have a look, because it is a gorgeous little city. I'm probably using that for my thumbnail. I'll be using that. I've already taken a thumbnail as it came in, so we'll probably be using that. Right, off we go, and then I'm not going to turn the truck around, don't worry. Yeah, look at this. It's an absolute stunning cityscape. You've got that weird whatever that is over there, but you know, it really looks nice coming into a city like this. It looks so much better than what we had previously. Right, I'll see you in a little bit as we get closer to the delivery or the collection point. Again, look here at this gorgeous cityscape. This is Gothenburg again, and we've got this. I mean, look at that up there. Just awesome collection of buildings. Looks really, really good. Very, very impressed with what they've done here. Right, as you can see, we are heading towards the Volvo plant just on the left here. Not quite sure how it looks like. There's a slightly convoluted way to get there, but I don't know what I'm expecting. The fact that this is a thing, I know Volvo is made in Sweden, but I expect it to be impressive. There's something, you know, fairly. It does look quite big, but yeah, let's have a look. What's going on here? We've got some. Oh, we've got a bit of temporary traffic light action. So one question I did have for folks who are who've been looked at the sort of pro mods aspect of the game. I was kind of wondering whether the pro mods fit onto a lot of the roads, which kind of they look like they still go on in the game, but you're not allowed to go down them. Is that what the pro mods fit onto, just to give some sort of added sort of number of roads, or is it completely sort of separate to that? Because it feels like there's so many roads that we could potentially go down, but we haven't got the opportunity to. But I didn't know whether that was, you know, that had been utilised, or whether, I don't know, whether it's planned to be utilised. I'm not sure, but yeah, this and some of the roads seem to actually go places. So you see the end of a road, and then you see it sort of going over a bridge, but you're not allowed to go down it. Seems such a shame. Right, here we are. Right, is this how to get in? No, that's not how to get in. Around the corner, here is the Volvo factory. Are we suitably impressed with what Volvo have got here? It is a nice looking factory, I won't lie. Stop the security guard, he just waved us through, it's fine. And there is our truck. It would be kind of cool to be having a little bit of you know, folks milling around, or lorries kind of moving around in these kind of areas, because it is kind of a bit sterile otherwise. So let's see if we can line things up and collect this truck, and then we're going off back to Denmark, which wasn't the plan, but it's what we're doing now. There we go, look at that, expert reversing. So we have a bunch of empty barrels, and I don't know what they need those for in Volvo, but that's what we've got. And let's have a look at the trip. It's going to be fairly short. So we're going to go down back into Gothenburg. Not quite sure how there's a harbour there, but okay, no, we haven't been there. And then over to Aalborg, but we'll be using the Frederikshavn port, which is very, very nice. So a nice little port trip. I still haven't worked out the I think there's an achievement for using all the ports in Scandinavia, but I think there's a lot more than I originally anticipated. So we will have 2 of those, which is good. Okay, here we go. Leaving the Volvo factory. I mean, we've had a couple of jobs that we've taken on since we were together. Made probably about 10 grand, or 10 grand in euros, and yeah, it's made me appreciate that there is the roads, particularly the roads, the slip lanes off and on the motorways. Some of them in Sweden are ridiculously narrow. So I took a where is it? From Helsingborg to Vaxjo. I can't say that, but we took some. What is this? This was here when we left, wasn't it? We took some forklifts, and it was a hugely long load of forklifts that we were taking, but trying to get this really, really long lorry. Jesus, we're going to be waiting here a while. Yeah, trying to get that really long lorry to not hit the sides was tough. It was a really tough driving. I enjoyed it, but yeah, very thin. The other one we did was from Vaxjo to Goteborg, and that was a load of peanut butter. So that was a little bit easier. I didn't even notice everyone was going. Right, sorry. There's a load of people behind me, just pissed off because I just didn't look where I was going. But yeah, that was fun. Hard but fun. Is that what? Presumably that's what people find, that these slip roads are particularly tricky in Sweden. I don't know whether that's the case all over Europe, but in the UK it wasn't. And also, rather than having a lane that kind of automatically sort of becomes part of the road, as it seemed to be in the UK, which isn't the case at all in reality, there is also you have to kind of merge, and there's not a lot of room to do the merging. It's quite a quick merge, but yeah, all of that was fairly challenging, but we didn't actually have any sort of accident. It was very nice. Right, let's go forward until we get to whatever that is, because that looks pretty cool. Is that the bridge again? No. What is that? It is a bridge going to Gothenburg. Oh, lucky. We would have missed this, wouldn't we? Look at this bridge. That's a corker, isn't it? Enormous thing. Not as big, obviously, as the huge one we went over, but they've got a lot of water in Scandinavia, particularly in Denmark and this area of Sweden. So I will have the Volvo on the back as well, so that's good. Right, let's. I'll stop talking now for a bit, and then we will find our way to the port. Oh wow! Yeah, we're just getting here, and on the right, again, you'll see. Oh, this is lovely. What you see here is a very, very famous building in Gothenburg. It's kind of hiding behind there. I think those sort of, well, at least the green aspects of it. I think we've got more up the top there as well. Ooh, stop. Yeah, we've got one. What is that? Not quite sure what that is, but yeah, is it it might not be Gothenburg that I'm thinking about, but maybe it's kind of Swedish architecture. I think it was actually Stockholm what I'm thinking of. Oh no, I'm in the wrong bloody lane. Right, I need to turn. Right. Oh, God. Oh, no. Every time I get near a port, it all goes to crap, doesn't it? What am I like? Right, let's not do anything silly. Straight over, and in we go. And a nice big lorry there. Where are we going? Over there. Sweden, European Union flag, and Denmark. Oh, I like this. I do. I can't stop taking screenshots of this game. Right, here we go. So we're travelling to Frederikshavn. This can't be a very long travel. 3.5 hours, 3.25 hours for that. Okay, so we're going to be back in Denmark with our empty barrels in Frederikshavn, which we have now unlocked. I like that. Right, so we want to go right here. I was trying to go right there. Okay, right, I'm going to go on a little bit and then we'll see. I'll see you shortly before we get to our destination, which isn't very far away. I think actually I'll only do this drive. It's been a fun little one. Might as well. I think I'll do a little sort of shorty drive for this particular episode. But I hope that is not too disappointing for you. But my dinner is awaiting downstairs, so I don't want to miss out on that. So we will go off to Aalborg, and then I'll go and enjoy my dinner. It looks like we've got another. Oh, look at all these traffic lights. It's going to take us years to get through this. Right, I'll see you on the other side of the traffic lights. Oh, folks, we got through the traffic lights and we are just going to be driving alongside the sea. What a beautiful drive we have in store. Oh, Christ. Keep your eyes on the road, man. So we've got, I mean, it's an hour and 30 minutes to get there. It's 57 miles away. There's a chance really to talk about a comment left by Simon Cattle. I think that was his name. I might have written it down wrong. It sounds a bit weird. But he was saying that he has got a fleet of trucks, of 175 trucks. So I asked him, I can't remember. I don't think I said this in the last episode, but I asked him whether you actually see your trucks on the road, because that seems kind of a cool thing to include in the game. That you know, as you get more trucks, you actually start to see them. But unfortunately, the answer is no. No trucks do you see on the road. So yeah, but that was yeah, it was an interesting one anyway, and certainly maybe something they'll improve on in the future, perhaps. Right, we're heading towards these wind turbines, so I'll see you as we get closer to Aalborg. If I can figure out exactly where I'm going here. I think I want to be in this lane. Good God. And then we're just turning across, just turning across the motorway. of course that's what we do. Luckily there's nobody coming, but that could have been chaotic. Right, folks, see you shortly. Just 36 miles to go. Oh, this is weird. We're in a tunnel underneath, God knows what this is, but and then we've got to go. I mean, basically we're at our destination. Our destination is just on the left there, but we can't get there. We have to get off here, and then we have to go seemingly miles to the right, and then back over the tunnel. Crazy. Right. I'll see you when we actually are there, rather than close, but actually 33 minutes away, if you believe the what this says. Ah, I see. So we are picking up the town of Aalborg here, and actually where we need to go is through it, and on the right side. So not going there. We're taking a right here, and then we are actually going to go past a question mark. So that's a positive. Although I reckon we've got quite a lot of the trucks now. I'm not sure how many we've got, but we're not far away from having the lot, I think. How many are there? I'm not 100% sure. Right, thankfully no pedestrians about. What have we got then? It is a recruitment agency. That is always good. Right, we're taking a right here. Beautiful city of Aalborg, isn't it? It's always such nice weather most of the time in this game. Right, I guess I'll see you when we get closer to our destination. Right, I'm not sure if this is it on the left. Possibly, possibly not. I think actually it's that area behind, so that factory, and we're just here. What is this? This is where the tunnel is. Another factory up the top there, so somewhere else that we could be delivering to, but this is where we want to go. There we go. Equinor. Fine purveyors of I don't know what. Right. I think we're heading into this one. Okie dokie. Now I have tried reverse parking with on a couple of occasions since. It's a work in progress, so I'm not ready yet to subject you to it, but it will happen. It will happen. I am giving it a go. Right, but we'll try and get the standard parking. So that's just over here. Not actually a lot of room for this sort of stuff, particularly with those crates just there. I mean, can't be far away from them. I think I'm not quite sure what happened there. I think we got it. It was absolute chaotic. Every time I thought I was in there, and there must be a handbrake somewhere. Let me know if there is a handbrake somewhere, because I sort of get to where I want to be, and then I've got to stop, but then I'll end up going too far. It's just inching too far. So yeah, there must be a handbrake that I can just put on and stop myself. But yeah, there we go. Right, there we go. Are we going to get into... We are, we're an enthusiast. Right. So, I think we're going to go for more high-value cargo. That seems like a good plan to me. We'll have a quick look at the job market, what's going to come out of here, potentially, because we could go anywhere with these ports. I don't really want to go back into Germany, though. That sort of thing looks interesting. Go over the port, over the way to Norway, and then have a little rummage around in Norway. That sounds cool. Maybe there's a better, maybe Stavanger. Oh, that looks a good one. It's not a heavy one, so looks like there's lots and lots of options. I mean, that's the job I wanted to Örebro, but there we go. Anyway, folks, lots and lots of jobs to potentially get. We've got over 50 grand in the bank. We're trying to get to that 180,000 so we can buy a garage or upgrade the one we've got in Plymouth, and then start to get additional drivers. So we've got a long way to do that. We want to get some higher paying jobs, so I might for the next episode actually go for a really high paying job, a long one with high value cargo, something like that. But let me know what you think makes most sense. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly did. It's this game. You think driving an imaginary truck around Europe, when the whole of Europe doesn't necessarily isn't there, wouldn't be as unbelievably fun as this actually is. I don't understand it, but I can see what you folk all see in it. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Thank you to all those channel members, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.